In today's episode on WarpDriveM, we are going to try to retrofit all the options on the Dacia. This is just a test. I'm not really sure if this is possible. I'm not really sure if I have to code something or not. Anyway, we are going to try to move all the options from one car to this one. I bought another Dacia that is full options but is completely rusted out. The other one is 2006 and this one is 2009, the first month of 2009. So we have 3 years difference between the cars, but the same car, the same engine, the same code, everything. And basically it should be a normal swap, but not really sure. So anyway, let's move everything into the garage and let's start working. I'm trying to retrofit now the climate compressor. I've already done that. Maybe you can see we have the lines now, but are going somewhere? No, are going anywhere? Nowhere in fact. And now I have to remove the dash in order to install this stuff with climate control. But this is just the mechanical part anybody can do. Basically you have to swap everything, like the condenser, radiator. You have to replace a few hoses like this one. Maybe you can see we have a new clamp in there because it's different shape. You need to relocate the servo pump. This hose for the servo you have to replace. Of course the new AC lines. The bracket that comes from the other engine, you have to remove the bracket completely. My old one is right in here. See that? This one is an adapter plate that goes on the engine for the cars without options, and this without AC, and this one is with AC. I had to replace a line, power steering line, this one, because it's a different shape, because the servo pump is in different position. Compressor, I put the wire for the compressor in here. We have now the sensor for the pressure. Oh, not there, just a second. In there, the pressure for the AC. I don't have the wires for now. I'm just trying to do the mechanical part and all the parts to install, and after that the wires, because it's going to be a mess. And to be honest, I'm not really sure if I'm going to do this because there are like a lot of differences, like the ventilator. Maybe you can see we have a plug in there, but we have another plug in here, a sensor I think for the AC when you turn the AC to start the fan. So I don't have the wiring for that. It's in here, and I have to make a ground. No idea for now. And now in here I've just started. I'm going to remove the dash now. You have to remove of course the steering wheel, the airbag. So you have T30 screws in the back to unscrew that, take the airbag out. Maybe you can see that we have crank windows in there, and on this side we don't have any kind of crank because I've moved everything from one door to check if it's fit. We have electrical mirror now. It's a little bit smaller than the other one. Not really sure to do that or not because are way too small. Even the design I kind of not like it. See that small one, big one. This one looks way better. But because I have the car parts in here, I'm going to put the electrical windows, and if I'm not liking it, I'm going to put the other ones back. So anyway, now comes the fun part. I have to remove the dash, of course. I have to remove this plastic trim with a T20 or 25 here in the back, because we need to replace this console, because we will have in here the control for the mirrors. And after that we need to remove everything from here, of course, and take this one out because we don't have, see that, AC, and it's empty. And I'm not really sure if it's missing just the button. Check this out, it's missing just the button, man. The contact is in there. Maybe I have the wires. That will be a big bonus. Okay, but we need to remove the AC block because in there we have just water radiator. I need the one for the AC, and a lot of wires. Let me try to show you something. something messy. On this one I removed everything, and I'm trying to figure out where the wires goes and everything. I made my own loom. I'm going to just lay on top on the other one, and this is for the pressure sensor for the AC. This comes in here, and in here I've done the wiring loom for yeah, power windows. This is for the power windows, left, right. I've took everything out. We have after that the plug for the electrical mirrors. So everything is pre-cut and put together. I've found the codes for the colors and everything, and I've let everything hang in there to know exactly which pin goes where. For now, this is just the fuse box in there for the power windows and mirrors. I'm pretty sure those are not controlled by any kind of computer, but the AC for sure. The AC, I didn't even touch that plug, and that plug is here. This is the plug with the AC. See that? See that? And I have to check if in here I have different colors on my car and in this one. So this is a long process, and not really sure if it's worth it, but I'm trying to do this, and if I'm going to succeed, I'm going to make a plan and I'm going to post to maybe for somebody else that wants to do this. So yeah, wish me luck. Now this it's completely out as well. Oh my god, it's like from factory, just the shell. So I removed everything. I have to take out that plug for the AC. I have both cores in here. This is mine, this is the one with AC, but I've noticed that was leaking maybe, and I'm going to swap my radiator to this one. Apparently this one was leaking really bad, so good call that I swapped those. This one is completely done. Okay, and because of that I'm going to replace the resistor for the fan, and I think the fan as well, because all the parts are newer with 4 years, almost newer. So yeah, and now comes the fun part. I've put everything, we have climate now, but like I said, now comes the fun part. A lot of wiring, a lot of soldering. So we have the new dash with electrical windows left and right. We have the new panel with electrical mirrors. In there, mirror, electrical. Now I'm going to do the wiring for windows. I'm wiring now some wires that I had to cut from the other side because I couldn't take those out. See that? Everything will be soldered, heat shrink. Check this out. Check this out. We have climate freaking control now. Let's hope it's going to work. And this wire is for the pressure sensor that's coming in here somewhere. Exactly in there. Just a second. Yeah, in there. So I'm gonna update you if this is going to work or not. In this chaos, I think it's done. Now let's test it. I have some loose wires because I'm not really sure if everything is okay, because the first try. In here I have a connector. In here I have a ground in there. I forgot to put a ground. This one should be ground as well. We have battery. Till now no flames, nothing. Let's put the ignition on. Let's see. Oh, I cannot turn the wheel because I have no steering wheel. Give me a second. Let's try now. Oh, I cannot do this. Oh, what the heck is wrong? Okay. Ignition. See that ignition? Let's test this first window. Nothing. Okay, nothing. Okay, let's test the other one. Oops, this one is working. Perfect. So this one is connected, yeah, in there, but it's doing nothing. Let's see the windows now. We select this window. Freaking works. It's freaking working. Let's select the other one. Perfect. Haha, it works. Everything else is working. Okay. Test, not really sure. 205. Ignition. Let's see. Haha! Freaking works. Oh my god, it's a madness. Check this out. We have electrical windows that are freaking working in our Dacia. Was it worth it? Not really sure. Check this out. Check the mess out. Not really sure. So this step is done. The AC, the mechanical part is done. Now I have to do the AC, the electrical part. Anyway, let's take the battery out because now we can put the wires correctly together, and let's start with the AC now. I have some fuses in there. I've put the door cards, this one and this one, because the mirrors and the windows are working. Anyway, I put even the climate stuff. I've compared the two plugs and I have the same wire. So apparently the wires are here for the climate control, but on this plug I have to follow now till where and what I'm missing, because I don't have the relay for climate compressor and stuff like that. Ventilator. Oh, okay, and check this out. AC. Of course we don't have no trigger wire or something like that installed on the engine bay, but I'm not really sure. I want to put the dash, that's the problem, and I'm not really sure if I have to work in here or not. And I think I'm at the last step in order to make the climate control to work on the other car. I've isolated the controllers for the fan and for the climate compressor, and we have this one for the speed one on the fan when you press the button, and the other one for the speed of the fan when the engine is hot. And the other ones, this one, it's like a trigger wire for the compressor, and this one triggers on the ground because, let me show you, maybe you can see we have two wires coming out of that pin. One goes to the trigger wire on the compressor and the other one is brown. And if we follow that brown wire, goes into this stuff. So this is original, I didn't done anything. After that goes to ground. See that? And that ground goes to the fan, to the ventilator. So that means this is a negative trigger wire. That's kind of crazy because we have no wire other than that minus wire for the compressor. I'm not really sure what's, I'm missing something. We have to take these three wires, all three wires are wide. In fact, every one is from one of the relays. One in here, one for this one, and for the other one. But all three of them goes together where all the white wires goes into this node, or how the hell is called, and that means one thing. See that in here? So we don't have just one wire that goes somewhere else, but that goes from computer, is not our wire. Oh, I was out of focus. So everything goes in here, basically. Oops. Basically everything goes in here, and from the engine stuff comes everything in here, and after that goes, and that means that is a lean bus node in there. So I think we can cut those wires, and we can solder everything out on my lean bus node in there, and we are done. After that we have to take these 3 pins out from the pressure sensor, and we are done. We have in here pin number 8, this purple wire, and I have this pin on the car because this one is for the ventilator, so I have this pin, but I took it out to be sure. We have the brown wire, that's pin number, let's see, 38 on the computer, and we have at last pin number 10. So these are everything to control the compressor and the fan, all the relays, and the ground and everything for that. Now let's try to remove this. It's done, but I'm not sure if it's working. It's a mess. It's not going to remain in here. This is just for test purpose, because I have to fill up the charge, and tomorrow at 9 o'clock I have an appointment to charge the system. But we have the trigger wire for the compressor in here. We have the fan now correctly installed. One plug in here, the resistor for the fan, the second plug is in there. We have all the pins. See that? Oops, you cannot see. Maybe now you can see. Pin number 8, number 10, number 18, number 38, 82 and 83. Those are the pins. So number 8, 10, 38, 18, 82 and 83. Yeah, I have one less because on the pin number 8 I had a wire, and as you can see in here, the wire is right in here. The connector is in there. I didn't cut anything. I cut my wire and I've connected to the plug, and I'm going to put everything as OEM as possible because I have, see that, the relay in here and everything. But like I said, this is just for the test. I have a 12 volt in here from the old relay, but the source is in here, the same source as my new source. See that? That's why I let the plug in there, just to be safe. This is the lean bus. I have one white wire, but all the white wires connect to a node in there, so I have the lean bus connected. The sensor, pin 82, maybe you can see this color from the sensor is pin number 83. The other one, this one, is pin number 82, and the green one is pin number 18. So anyway, everything is plugged. I know it's a mess, I know it's hard to follow, maybe I'm the worst to explain stuff like that, but yeah, that we have 2 wiring looms in there because I have the wire loom from the existing car, and I didn't cut that because I want to be sure that this new one works, and after that I'm going to remove that and I'm going to put a new wire. Everything is going to be as original as possible. You won't see any kind of wire for sure. We have the keys now. Let's put the battery. I didn't change anything, I just picked up the keys from house. Let's put the battery. I don't have the fire extinguisher in here. Let's hope nothing is going to blow up. Nothing strange, nothing, no flames, nothing. Do we have a blown fuse? No, it's still okay. No smoke. Do we have smoke? Do we have fire? No. This one is the old wire, this one is the plus wire. Let's see if the car will start, because I worked on the ECU. Let's hope. Ignition. So first, it's okay. As you can see, no time, so we had the battery disconnected, so the car starts. Now let's see what is going to happen. Ventilator. Hear that? So number 1, and let's press the AC. We have the light, but let's see if the fan is on. No. The fan is not on. So don't forget, we have no gas whatsoever in the system. Maybe that's why. Let's see if something is blown. No. Is something hot? No. Nothing is hot. We have all the wires. What can be wrong is just this one. The plugs are identical, this one with the other one. I've tucked everything in there and we are driving to charge the system. Not really sure if it's working or not, but let's do this step as well, and after that we can know for a fact if it's working or not. So check this out, this mess, this wiring mess. We have two computers in here. This one is from the red one. I moved everything from the red one to this one, the key and everything, just to test if the system will work. And this is it. Oh, check this out, I have the trigger wire split into there somewhere. Anyway, it's kind of a mess. I'm not going to bother to explain anymore. So see that we have this UCH module, the red one, the key from the red one, everything from the red one. Now, moment of truth. Let's hope. I have no ideas anymore. No, nothing. Ha! What the freaking hell? No way! Yes way! Yes! No freaking way! We have gas. Ooh, ice cold. Whoa! Check the condensed water. See that? And we should have cold air. Holy freaking smoke. We have AC in a non-AC car. Okay, it's working. It's freaking working. Yes, man, I finally did it. Whew, see that? Just 10 minutes since I have the battery, so because I took it out and put it back and took it out and put it back for so many times. Whoa, nice air, cold air, finally, man. Let's see if we can shut this off now. Yes. Whew, nice. Nice. Let's whew, victory. Half of the victory, because now I have to make sure that everything works with my computer engine, with my key and with my module. So I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to show you if I'm going to do any kind of progress, and if yes, we are going to tuck everything as original. Nobody will notice that this car has a retrofit. Nice. This is the end result, and I think looks pretty damn good. Everything looks like OEM. Maybe you will see some blue tape because I worked so much and I used a lot of tape, and I don't have any black one, but I'm going to change this for sure. This one is for the trigger wire for the compressor. We have in here the sensor from the pressure from the lines. Everything goes into here. I didn't route as original in here and under the intake, because you have to remove the intake in order to have access in there. So I routed everything in here, so basically you cannot notice anything. On the relay part, let me try to show you everything original as possible. We have some blue tape in there as well. Like I said, I didn't have any kind of black tape in here, some blue tape, but we have the controllers for the relay, for the fan, and for the compressor, we have the fuse, and that one is linked in here, and maybe you can see in here directed to the plus. We have a 40 amps fuse in there, and from there goes powers to this one. So this one I've added, and everything. This is the old 12 volts wire from the old relay. I'm going to leave it in here because if I need the 12 volts I can take from here. I have to isolate that. And what I've done, I just tapped into this orange wire because this one is the trigger wire from the AC button, and I've routed that to computer pin 46 if I remember correctly. But I think I'm going to make a technical video. I'm going to explain which wire goes where, and I've ended up using my computer, my module, my key, everything. So everything works with original computers. You don't have to code anything, at least in my case. You can see in here I have my key because the other one, the donor car, had buttons. I didn't transfer that because there were a lot of wires to move, and I already have this one installed, so it's working. I don't want to put any other work and other wires for the same, basically the same thing. But other than that, I'm pretty excited. The climate control works, everything works as factory. On the inside now we have replaced the cards for the door cards because we installed everything electrical, like electrical side mirrors, electrical windows. I put the dash, everything it's already installed. The radio, we have electrical windows, AC button that is working. We have electrical side mirrors, and everything works. I think I've already showed this. Let me quickly demonstrate. This one works. This one. Okay, mirrors. This one as well. I can start the car. The car starts, no error whatsoever. You can see the kilometers, so everything is from my own car. I didn't have to code anything. I didn't have to move any kind of computer or module, and everything works as normal. I can press the AC button. Oops. I hope you heard the compressor. Everything works, the fan works. We have cold air, so finally, but sadly outside is already raining and it's autumn, but it doesn't matter because we have AC. Nice and cold air, perfect. Everything is fine. You can shut that off. I'm going to close the video in here. I know it's a long video, but I went through a lot of process, and this job took me like a week in order to put all the options on this car. But this is the shop car, runs and drive perfect. It's the facelift model. It has new clutch, water pump, timing belt, everything is new, and the car didn't have any kind of options. And I've done a few trips in order to pick up some parts, and that was on a highway, and it was everything stuck, and it was like over 30 degrees, and I didn't have any climate control, and I said, okay, I'm going to sell it or I'm going to install AC. So yeah, that's why I've done this one. Basically the car, if nothing catastrophic will happen, this car should last at least 4 years, so 2 times for inspection, and I think it's worth it. Yeah, if you want to see the more details on how to do this, I'm going to try to put a more technical video, and I'm going to make it shorter in order to explain which wire goes where. But for that you just have to comment in the comment section below. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, as usual, thumbs down. Until next time, see you later.